And we'll see you next time for model number 35, which will be the 1997 Bruce Campbell Herbie, adapted from the Coca-Cola Volkswagen model kit. But if you take a look at the stickers that came with the actual Herbie model kit, you will see that their script is actually different. As in, well, you'll see that. Just a minute. So you can see the script for the 68 Herbie here. You can see the script for the 97 Herbie here, how the threes are different. And if you look at the stickers that came with the Polar Lights Herbie, which was produced in 04, it was obviously modeled after the 97 writing. So that proves that that script is going to be the one I use for the 97 Bruce Campbell Herbie. Now, let's take a close look at comparing the stickers with the... let's compare the stickers to the stripes. The stripes are actually a little lighter than the decals. It's subtle, but the good thing is that they appear to have the same proportions, but not quite. If you look at the stripe of the decals, you'll see the red and white are almost the same width. But if you look at the stickers that came with the 68 Polar Lights Herbie on the bottom, you'll see the white line is somewhat thinner. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this sticker set and these license plate stickers for the, well, maybe not the license plate stickers. I'll make my own. But I will at least, I think I'll use these lighter stripes for the Bruce Campbell Herbie. Oh, and maybe not. I'll have to check the footage again. But I certainly know what script I'm going to use. See that script there? It's interesting. So there you go. That is the end of the video. That's a preview of what's to come. So I'll talk to you all later. And we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye. But what I realized I did is I kind of literally painted myself into a corner because I finished the Mark IV DeLorean. But I haven't started anything on the 1997 Herbie. I did realize that the stickers have the proper script on them. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, I found the stickers for the Polar Lights Herbie, which actually are more for the 97 Herbie, given their script. Now I'm debating on using these stickers stripes also, because you want to save the actual decals for the 97 Herbie. But I also found the instruction guide for the Polar Lights Herbie, and it has identical part numbers. In fact, I'll show you, to the other one, and I'll show you here. So let's say we turn to the step 3 for a minute. Here we go. There we are. Okay, I found it. Okay, so you see step 3 on the Polar Lights Herbie. You can see that here. See part numbers 60, 59, 53, 51, 56, 57, and 36. Well, if you look on the Polar Lights Herbie, you will see the exact same part numbers in the exact same sequence, which including the engine, in here. And you can see the engine assembly step 47, 48. Well, you can see the engine assembly step for step 2 here. But what the Herbie does is it tells you exactly in step 1 what to do for each part. The exact sequence, what to attach to where. Steps that you can see are conspicuously missing from the Coca-Cola kit. So that's why I'm going to use those steps for the Coca-Cola kit to adapt it into the 97 Herbie, but I'm going to save the actual decals for the other one. And I'm going to make, because the stickers have thinner stripes, I'm going to use them too for the proper, for the chip, for the model. Okay. So I'm going to put everything in here and I'll be back because I got another part of the video to show you. Alright, so I'm back. So I've got my my book here. So as you can see, let's make sure that you can see in the book. Okay, good. You can see how I am going to do the Model Train Show intro, which I just, I'm filming the outro of it now, with the 2019 Model Train Show in there as a kind of a preview of what you're going to see. Then, for Friday, June 17th, 5 days from now, I'm going to do part 7, the finale of the Mark IV DeLorean build, just in time for the train show. That's good timing. Of course, on Monday the 20th, I will do the pictures and videos of the 2022 Model Train Show in Montreal. And on Friday, June 24th, that's where I'm kind of stuck. Because if I don't get anything done on Herbie this week, and I suspect I won't, I'm not going to worry about it. Because instead, I'm going to start posting in an old model build slideshow on the Fridays. And then I'll save the Mondays on my, it's called Sean's Model Builds and Toy channel. I'll start putting in the toy videos on the Mondays. So anyway, that is, that's all for the video. That's all for this weekend, Sunday. And I will see you all at the Model Train Show, those who live near the Montreal region and are going. And I'll come back on Friday with the finale of the DeLorean. It's all spliced together. It turned to be about 80 minutes long, so I'm going to make sure to watch it before I post it, put in all the chapters, so people can skip ahead to their favorite parts, because 80 or 85 minutes long, that's quite long, but that's what it turned out to be. And so I'll see you here next time. And I hope you had a good weekend. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, this is Sean. This is part 1B of the 1997 Herbie build. I just finished priming the parts. So the body parts got a white primer. And the reason is I want to have a good base for when I put down either the racing white GS7 or one of the plain whites, pure or matte. Now racing white I've never used, so it's nice and full. And there should be enough pearl white to go over top of it. But of course I'm going to test the racing white on some of the sprue tree parts that are in here. Preferably a part that already has white on it, if I can find one. You know, like maybe like the back side of one of this or something. That's what this is for. And then of course there are the other parts. So I did put the white primer over the seats. Both versions of the seats. Of course it didn't get complete coverage, but it'll get white coverage once it's cut out, of course. gray primer for the inside parts of the car, the doors, and all the engine parts. All the little engine parts, of course. And the dashboard. So I'm going to have to check the instructions and the reference pictures to see what shade of gray the inside of the car is supposed to be. Whether it's supposed to be a dark gray like Lynn Gray, a medium gray like Haze Gray, which is somewhere around here. Ah, there you go. You know, a medium gray like Haze Gray. It appears I've run out of TS81 Royal Light Gray. So I might have to substitute the, the light gray primer that's already on there. If I don't choose a light gray or dark gray for the parts. I'll check the reference pictures. So I would cut out the door panels. I would find a way to spray the inside of the car, probably from upside down. Spray the inside of the car first. Let me just see here. Yeah, I should be able to get at the inside of the car. Once I turn it upside down, it should work. We'll see how it goes. And the doors, you've got the detail side out, so that's good. Just got to nudge. There you go, see? Now it's nudged into place. Got to tape everything down when I paint it the next time. But that's about all for now. As you can see, the instructions don't seem to have any detail painting at all, which is unfortunate. No detail painting as to what is what color anywhere. Not even on this final assembly side. I'm leaving the chassis completely unpainted because on the flip side, it's where I'm going to put the sticker. It'll stick a lot better if there's no paint on it whatsoever. And this is where everything will attach to, so I want to leave that alone. See? Here's some painting hints for the Herbie itself. Clear red tail lenses, turn single amber, aluminum engine parts, gold gray canvas roof. Of course, since it's a 97 Herbie, it's not going to be a gold gray roof. And if you look at the black and white photo, the pearl white seats, yes, but it looks like the inside of the car, the upper parts, are a pearl gray. So we'll see. That should work. Anyway, that's all for now, till I do the detail painting. And what I will try to do with the detail painting is I will try to start with the inner part. So you see that whole inner part, even before you assemble this, I'll do that the gray. Probably the TS32 Haze Gray, if I still have it. This looks like it's the windshield. You can see the little mirror there. And then I will move on to the engine parts. Okay, so that's good. And I will, of course, use the Herbie instructions that tell exactly what order to put what piece in to supplement everything else. And of course you can ignore the painting instructions on Herbie here because unless it's D, which is the white inner wheel section, or H, which is the transparent red for the lights, those are about the only two that's actually going to be used as far as the colors for the Coca-Cola Volkswagen. So anyway, talk to you later, and we'll see you here for part C, which should be detail painting. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is the next section of part 1 of the Herbie build. I have just spray painted everything, including the outside of the car, with the Tamiya TS7 Racing White. As you can see, I'm going to, I don't want to move the box, so I'm going to bring the camera down a bit and get it as close as possible, and there you go. So you can see the body of Herbie. I masked off the inside a bit, just so I could hold the holder to the car so it wouldn't slip. I put the white on the trunk lid and the brackets for the trunk and the hood, I guess so that they open and close. Maybe that's what the 4 short screws are for. There's the hood, and you have the wheels, the white wheel wells, the 2 steering wheels, and of course the ragtop roof. And I'm just going to compare these stickers next to Herbie himself and make sure that the white in the stickers is actually white enough compared to the car. Good. I'm going to use the stickers, not the license plate sticker though. Well, actually, just take a good look here. I think I will use the license plate sticker on the... I'll save that for the 68 Herbie. I will approximate this for the 97 Herbie, but I will use the stripes. Now, if you look carefully, you can see where the stripes separate. See right there? Ooh, turn it this way. You can see where the stripes separate, but how the white and red are actually, there you go, see, they're the same size, but I'm not going to try to make the white thinner. I put all the other parts of the car that are not being painted yet into the little bag here. So these will be detail painted parts, you know, for the engines and the hubcaps and everything. I guess these are spare hubcaps because I actually have a set of chrome hubcaps here. And also here. Now, I don't think they're all Herbie. No, they're not. The other Herbie parts are in its box, so I don't know. But I get the instructions out so that I have them as a guide for the actual model kit instructions for this Volkswagen. There you go. And the decals. Okay, so that is the car. That is the outer parts. So I will show you the inner parts in just a moment. Okay, so there's the inner parts of Herbie. You can see how the it kind of pooled in the car, the white. But I think I have a Folk Art Vintage white, which should clean up those seats. And clean up the dashboard if needed. Folk Art Vintage white, almost like a dry brushing. Same for the back seats. But that's all the parts done for now. I mean, there's a couple parts that are going to need kind of gray. Like, the dark gray will be these doors. I'll go over them with the TS32 Haze Gray, which I have right here. And there's a couple running board pieces which will get black and silver, so maybe I might mask them off. But by and large, that is the car spray painted. And that's about it for now. So I'm just going to let Herbie dry until Friday evening when I get home from work and I put him in his box for shipping to the... Well, wait a minute for a minute, actually. You know what? All these parts that are drying for Herbie can actually stay at home and dry. All the parts for Herbie, which are spray painted, can stay at home and dry so they don't get disturbed. And therefore the only parts that come along for the model train show will be whatever in the box that needs to be detail painted. And of course there's my badge all ready for the show. By wearing this badge you don't have to pay the entry fee. So that'll be it for now. And I'll talk to you all later. I'll probably do some detail painting filming at the train show itself. But that'll be part 2, detail painting. So I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is part 1D, the wrap-up of my 24 scale 1997 Herbie build. I got more work done on Herbie at the Montreal Model Train Show, which was on Saturday, so 4 days ago. And I will bring you down to the table and show you the progress I made, starting with the guide itself and the few parts that I was actually able to get painted. So, be right back. What I had to do, you'll see a lot of highlighting and colors on the guide. What I did is I used the actual Herbie the Love Bug instructions to create a kind of parts legend for the guide. And there was a section of the parts, here we go, painting hints for Herbie. It said, paint the carburetor brass, paint the cylinders, crankcase, and transmission an aluminum. So once I realized that they were parts 44 and 43, you can see them painted here. So I did that, and then I also painted part 48, which was part of the main engine. So I haven't, I had to repaint the top, try to make it a base white, so that I could actually paint the brass, as you can see on this side, right here. But that's about all I got done for part 1 of Herbie. And you can see how I laid out the guide here. So part 1 now has a parts legend in each box. Part 2 has the same thing. And step 3. Step 4 and 5 also have a parts legend. So does step 6. Now you can see the parts that are not going to be needed because Herbie's getting the proper rear bumper as opposed to these. And of course it says that you remove the tab on that roof so that you can glue it in place properly. It's too bad it doesn't have holes. Maybe I could, well, it doesn't have pegs, not like the actual Herbie roof. And then you can see the final part of the car here, and all the parts legend, and of course I've done a color legend, so in the color legend you have paint color let's see if I can, there we go, paint color ID'd, part not used, spray painted as pink, hand painted as purple, assembled is blue, light blue, if the camera will focus. There we go. And parts ID'd from the Herbie guide is in green because there aren't that many decals. So you can see how every part has been numbered and has the legend. Yeah, part 33 is, oh, it's up here. Or is it down? Well, part 33 is just the chrome vents. There it is at the very top. Yeah. Oh, and you'll also see that I bought some Duplicolor paint. Now, Herbie's body, the paint went on just fine, so he will just get the pearl. But I'm using the Tamiya pearl on the body because I don't want to mess anything up. This is my first time trying it. But I am going to use the Duplicolor Wimbledon white, which is almost like the pearl white. You can see It's hard to see through the bag, but it didn't get a good covering. Still has some of the light, the dark from the parts. See how dark the parts are. And the same thing happened with the seats. It just pooled in there. So what I'm going to have to do is do the seats separately. Like clip the sprue tree parts, clip them onto the little paint table thing I have and paint them. Same with the body. I mean the seat interior and the back seat, of course, and even the dashboard. It didn't get entirely on the dashboard either, so I'm going to have to prepare to do. Oh, and you can see the one model that I bought at the model train show. So anyway, that's all for now for the 1997 Herbie build. From what I can see, his body turned out well. And if you take a look at the stripes, the number stickers that I'm going to use, you can see how they're distinct white compared to the actual Herbie himself. Now, the stickers themselves that came with the 04 kit, they might not be as white. We'll have to find out about that. But anyway, that's all for now. That's all for the Herbie build. And I'll see you here next time for, well, if I get more done on Herbie, you'll see part 2 on Friday, July 1st. But if I don't, then you'll see the slideshow for the 200 scale Space Shuttle Columbia. You'll see the build slideshow for that one. So that's what I'm going to do with my channel. I'm going to have slideshows on Fridays and or parts of the model I worked on, and then Mondays will be toy channel stuff for the video. So anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Hope you're having a good week, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.